Keep the remote islands of Vanuatu. An ancient ritual decides who is truly worthy. Men climb wooden towers and leap headfirst toward the ground, tied only by vines. And here's the twist. Women see this as a sign of strength, courage, and even desire. Don't blink, because the secrets of this country will leave you stunned. Number 14. Polygamy still shapes modern relationships. In some remote villages of this magical country, polygamy remains an active part of social structure, where one man can have multiple wives simultaneously. This practice isn't based on personal whims, but represents a complex system that responds to community needs and traditional social structures. Generally, there's no formal dowry exchange, but elaborate rituals and commitments consolidate these unions while maintaining social balance within the village. Polygamy helps strengthen family networks and mutual support systems that are absolutely vital for survival in isolated island communities. These arrangements often develop when communities face challenges like natural disasters, where larger family units provide better security and resource sharing. The practice also ensures that widows and single mothers receive protection and support within the traditional social framework. Children from polygamous families often develop strong bonds with multiple mother figures and extensive networks of half-siblings, creating resilient family structures that can weather various challenges. Modern education and outside influences are gradually changing these traditions, but in the most remote villages, polygamy continues as a practical solution to community survival needs and social organization needs. Number 13. Vanuatu people. Vanuatu holds the remarkable distinction of having more than 130 distinct languages, making it the country with the highest number of languages per inhabitant anywhere in the world. This incredible linguistic diversity has contributed to creating some of the most admired and beautiful people in all of Melanesia. Their beauty emerges from facial features sculpted by millennia of cultural mixing and smiles that seem perpetual, reflecting a society where happiness is learned even before languages are mastered. Each village often has its own dialect or completely unique language, passed down through generations of oral tradition. Children typically grow up speaking 3 or 4 languages fluently before they reach adulthood, switching effortlessly between their village tongue, regional dialects, and the national languages of Bislama, English, and French. This multilingual environment creates incredibly adaptable and intelligent individuals who can communicate across vast cultural divides with ease. The preservation of these languages represents one of humanity's greatest challenges, as each tongue carries unique knowledge about local plants, weather patterns, spiritual practices, and historical events that exist nowhere else. Linguists from universities around the world regularly visit Vanuatu to study and document these languages before they potentially disappear forever. I have a question for you. First, I would like to say that it is possible to follow the greatest curiosities of our world every day. But to do so, you need to be subscribed to our channel. So, are you already subscribed? If not, take the opportunity to subscribe now. Also, take the opportunity to like the video, so YouTube will recommend more videos from our channel. So leave your like right now. And now that you have done that, let's go! Number 12. Boar teeth. Money in Vanuatu takes forms as unusual as wild boar teeth. And this isn't some tourist gimmick. It's serious business that's been going on for centuries. These carefully polished and selected teeth have served as currency for local communities long before anyone heard of credit cards or digital payments. The bigger and more perfect the teeth, the higher their value in the traditional economy. While the American dollar is now the official currency, wild boar teeth still carry tremendous weight during special ceremonies and traditional occasions, representing prestige, social status, and power within villages. This ancestral economic system shows the intimate connection that Vanuatu's people maintain with their natural environment. Obtaining these teeth requires skill, courage, and community cooperation, as hunting wild boars is no easy task. The process of preparing the teeth involves careful cleaning, polishing, and sometimes carving intricate designs that increase their ceremonial value. Some families pass down collections of these teeth through generations, creating wealth that exists outside any modern banking system. Villages often organize elaborate ceremonies where these teeth are exchanged during marriages, coming-of-age rituals, and peacemaking agreements between different communities. Number 11. Vanuatu flooding. While Vanuatu represents paradise on Earth, it also faces one of the most serious existential threats of any nation on the planet. Much of this beautiful country sits just a few meters above sea level, making it extremely vulnerable to rising ocean waters and climate change effects. Every cyclone season serves as a stark reminder to the people of Vanuatu that the ocean, as generous as it is unforgiving, can reclaim entire sections of land without warning. Entire communities and their ancient ways of life hang in the balance as sea levels continue to rise globally. The fragile nature of these low-lying islands means that what took centuries to build culturally and environmentally could disappear within decades. Coastal erosion constantly threatens villages, forcing families to relocate inland when possible. During major storms, some smaller islands become completely submerged, leaving residents with nowhere to go but to seek shelter on higher ground on neighboring islands. This constant threat of disappearance adds an urgency to preserving Vanuatu's unique cultural heritage, as each traditional practice, language, and custom could potentially be lost forever if the physical foundations of the communities vanish beneath the waves. Number 10. Vine Tower. Land diving only occurs in specific villages on Pentecost Island, with dates varying according to agricultural calendars and connecting directly to yam cultivation, a sacred food for the Ni Vanuatu people. The ritual involves incredibly complex community work to construct the towers, cut the vines, and organize ceremonies that typically last several days, accompanied by traditional songs and dances. Jumpers wear special ornaments and body paintings that symbolize their preparation and respect for tradition, transforming each jump into an almost sacred act. The vine selection process is particularly critical, with experienced elders testing each vine's elasticity, strength, and length to ensure it will stop the jumper just short of hitting the ground. Different types of vines are used depending on the jumper's weight, height, and jumping style, requiring extensive knowledge of local plant properties. The tower construction follows ancient architectural principles that distribute weight and withstand the tremendous forces generated by multiple jumpers throughout the ceremony. Village women prepare special foods and decorations, while children learn traditional songs that will accompany each jump, ensuring cultural knowledge passes to the next generation. Number 9. Espiritu Santo. One of Vanuatu's most visited natural wonders is called Espiritu Santo, featuring a collection of blue holes where the water appears like liquid crystal. These natural swimming pools are surrounded by some of the most pristine coral reefs in the Pacific Ocean, home to fish displaying every color imaginable. The famous Million-Dollar Point coral barrier creates an underwater paradise that seems straight out of a fairy tale, featuring an ancient submerged pier that has transformed into an artificial reef ecosystem. Divers and snorkelers from around the world travel thousands of miles just to experience these underwater gardens, where visibility often exceeds 100 feet and marine life thrives in abundance. The blue holes themselves are geological marvels, formed over thousands of years through a combination of volcanic activity and water erosion. Each hole has its own unique characteristics. Some are shallow and perfect for swimming, while others plunge to incredible depths that challenge even experienced divers. The water in these holes maintains a constant cool temperature year-round, providing relief from the tropical heat above ground. Local legends claim that these blue holes are connected to underground cave systems that stretch across multiple islands, creating a hidden underwater highway that only the bravest divers attempt to explore. Number 8. Mount Yasur. Rising from the island of Tanna stands Mount Yasur, Vanuatu's most famous natural landmark and quite possibly the most accessible active volcano anywhere on Earth. Local guides offer excursions that allow adventurous visitors to walk right up to the crater's edge, a journey that typically takes between 4 and 6 hours, including transportation from the port or airport. These incredible experiences cost between $50 and $80 American dollars, depending on the tour operator and package selected. What makes Mount Yasur truly special goes far beyond its accessibility. On clear nights, visitors can stand just steps away from the crater and watch lava illuminate the clouds like a giant lighthouse. The volcano erupts almost continuously, creating a spectacular light show that can be seen for miles across the ocean. For the local people, however, Mount Yasur represents much more than a tourist attraction. They revere it as a sacred portal between the world of the living and the world of the dead, a powerful symbol that reflects their deep ancestral spiritual beliefs. According to tradition, the volcano serves as the underworld, a place where souls travel after leaving their physical bodies behind. Number 7. Banyan tree. Much of the happiness that defines life in Vanuatu stems from their extraordinary sense of community, where each village functions as an extended family unit. Nobody eats alone in these communities, and all important decisions are made under the shade of the banyan tree, a sacred plant whose roots and expansive canopy provide a natural meeting space for the entire village. Under the protection of these massive trees, community members debate important matters and make decisions that affect everyone's lives. The success of one individual is celebrated as an achievement for the entire group, creating a support network that eliminates loneliness and strengthens bonds between all inhabitants. These banyan trees can live for hundreds of years, serving as silent witnesses to generations of community decisions and celebrations. The trees themselves are considered sacred, with some villages believing that ancestral spirits reside within their twisted roots and branches. Children learn about their history and cultural values while playing in the shade of these trees, creating memories that connect them to their heritage throughout their entire lives. Evening gatherings under the banyan often feature storytelling sessions where elders pass down traditional knowledge, ensuring that cultural wisdom survives from generation to generation. Number 6. Ancient birds. Living within Vanuatu's untouched forests dwells one of the most fascinating creatures on the planet, the Vanuatu megapode, also known as the hot earth incubator bird. This ancient species has developed a completely unique approach to raising their young that defies everything we think we know about bird behavior. Instead of sitting on their eggs to provide warmth like virtually every other bird species, these remarkable creatures bury their eggs in mounds of volcanic sand or heated earth. They have learned to harness the geothermal energy from the earth itself for incubation, a behavior so rare that scientists consider it one of nature's most ingenious adaptations. The results are absolutely incredible. Their chicks hatch already fully feathered and ready to run through the jungle without any parental help whatsoever. These baby birds can move and feed themselves almost immediately after breaking out of their shells, making them completely independent from day one. This extraordinary survival strategy has allowed the Vanuatu megapode to thrive in an environment where volcanic activity is constant, turning what could be a threat into their greatest advantage for species survival. Number 5. Vanuatu Village. Another crucial factor in Vanuatu's remarkable happiness is the complete absence of a military force. Without the financial pressure of military spending, the government can invest all available resources in healthcare, education, and agricultural development projects that directly benefit the population. Conflicts are resolved through traditional tribal mediation practices, and bravery is demonstrated through dancing and cultural performances rather than military marching. This peaceful approach to governance creates a society where children grow up without fear of war or military conscription. The rhythm of life moves without stress, where time is measured by the height of the sun over the reef, the frequency of laughter in village squares, or the temperature of the crystal-clear waters that surround every island. Rushing becomes impossible when the first ocean wave washes away any sense of urgency, and visitors quickly discover that life can be lived without clocks while still arriving perfectly on time for happiness. This relaxed pace allows people to focus on what truly matters: family relationships, cultural traditions, spiritual connections, and enjoying the incredible natural beauty that surrounds them every single day. Number 4. VANUATU, the death-defying ritual. The possibility of having multiple wives connects directly to Vanuatu's most spectacular and dangerous tradition, the land diving ritual that gave birth to modern bungee jumping. This ancient ceremony involves young men launching themselves from wooden towers exceeding 30 meters in height, secured only by vines wrapped around their ankles in an ultimate display of courage and passage into manhood. The tradition is deeply woven into their culture and their understanding of life, community, and personal worth. This ritual doesn't just demonstrate physical bravery. It's designed to attract respect and, in many cases, increase opportunities for finding wives or lovers, reflecting the complex social and romantic networks that define Vanuatu society. The preparation for land diving begins months in advance, with participants undergoing physical training, spiritual preparation, and learning the precise techniques needed to survive the jump safely. Village elders carefully select and test the vines used for jumping, ensuring they have the right elasticity and strength to prevent fatal accidents. The wooden towers are constructed using traditional techniques passed down through generations, with specific measurements and angles calculated to provide the safest possible jumping experience while maintaining the terrifying height that makes the ritual so impressive. Number 3. Vanuatu women. The women of Vanuatu are famous for hospitality that some visitors consider almost overwhelming in its intensity and generosity. It's not unusual for local families to share virtually everything with tourists, from their most sacred traditions to their most personal moments, creating connections that go far beyond typical tourist experiences. This incredible openness and warmth stems partly from genuine curiosity and great interest in learning about other cultures, making foreign visitors feel not just welcome but truly desired, almost like temporary family members during their stay. The hospitality runs so deep that families will often rearrange their entire daily schedules to accommodate visitors, inviting them to participate in cooking traditional meals, joining fishing expeditions, or attending family celebrations. Children are taught from early ages to treat visitors as honored guests, offering the best food and most comfortable sleeping arrangements, even when families have very little to spare. This tradition of extreme hospitality makes perfect sense when you understand that many remote villages might only receive a few foreign visitors each year, making each encounter a special opportunity for cultural exchange and learning about the outside world. Number 2. Vanuatu cultural festivals and events. The spiritual system that governs life in Vanuatu is called custom, and it encompasses rituals, myths, and practices that guide the daily lives of the inhabitants. Local people believe that the spirits of their ancestors watch over them from inside Mount Yasur, protecting the community and maintaining the delicate balance between the physical and spiritual worlds. These beliefs form the foundation of a complex spiritual framework that influences everything from agricultural practices to healing ceremonies. In some remote villages, shamans perform elaborate ceremonies where they invoke nature spirits to heal illnesses or ensure successful harvests. The volcano's constant activity is interpreted as communication from the spirit world, with different types of eruptions carrying different messages for the living. Villagers often gather to observe the volcano's behavior during important decision-making processes, believing that their ancestors provide guidance through the mountain's volcanic activity. The respect for these spirits is absolutely fundamental to maintaining the connection between the tangible and invisible worlds in Vanuatu. This spiritual connection extends to every aspect of daily life, from the crops they plant to the relationships they form, creating a society where the supernatural and natural worlds exist in perfect harmony.
Number 1. Vanuatu Islands. Deep in the heart of the Pacific Ocean sits a collection of islands that most people have never heard of. Yet, it holds the incredible title of being the world's happiest place on Earth. Vanuatu emerges from crystal-clear waters like a string of emeralds, positioned northeast of Australia, west of Fiji, and south of the Solomon Islands. This strategic location kept it protected by turquoise water barriers for centuries, allowing its unique culture to flourish undisturbed. The archipelago stretches in a gentle volcanic curve across the ocean, with tiny villages scattered between pristine jungles and untouched beaches. What makes this place truly special is its incredibly low population density. Vast stretches of land remain completely pristine, feeding primary forests where birds nest that the rest of the world only knows from books. The coral reefs here grow without anchor scars, creating underwater gardens that seem almost too perfect to be real. This remote paradise has managed to preserve something that modern civilization has largely lost: the art of being genuinely happy without the constant noise and pressure of urban life.
Still curious? Then don't stop now. The next mystery is already waiting for you. Just click the video on screen. I saved it just for you. See you there, curious one.